Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. If you don't know me, my name is Jaclyn and I am a health coach for women who are just starting out with running or women that have been struggling with losing weight their whole lives. The more I talk to women, the more I realize that we are not alone in our struggles, and also we can overcome them. Like all the things that we struggle with can definitely make us stronger. So I want to start today about talking about carbs. A lot of people have mixed feelings about carbs. Low carb diets are super trendy right now. So if you're watching, even if you're on the playback, go ahead and put an emoji. Let me know your relationship with carbs. Is it a heart? You have a good relationship with carbs, or maybe not so good? Maybe a sad face, a cry face, maybe a, oh gosh, I want to eat all of the carbs. Let me know with an emoji how you, your relationship with carbs. And we're going to get started. So I hear this a lot from people. They say, I gained all of this weight because I ate all of the carbs. And I want to challenge that statement because I, in fact, know several people that eat lots of carbs and lose weight and maintain that weight loss. And there's nothing magically special about their bodies that our bodies can't do. It's the behavior. So, for example, Penn Jillette of Penn & Teller, he lost 100 pounds by just eating potatoes. That's it. He only ate potatoes. I'm not suggesting that you only eat potatoes. You're definitely going to be missing out on other macronutrients that keep you healthy. But he lost 100 pounds eating potatoes. Or carbs, what makes us gain weight? Let's see, there was a registered dietitian who lost weight eating Taco Bell. There was another person that lost weight eating Hostess, sugary things, lots of carbs in those things, right? So I know it's not the carbs that are the issue. Vegans eat plenty of carbs, but what we think of as carbs, we think of, right, like potato chips and cookies and all of those things, all of those really delicious processed goods that are easy to overdo it. So it's not the carbs that's the issue, it's the overdoing it. When we eat those foods, they're covered in oil and salt and sugar, and they make us crave them. And it's really easy to down more food, more calories than we even realize. So the only way to gain weight is to eat more calories than your body needs, more calories than your body is burning. Now, the only way to lose weight, I got some people hopping on, hey guys, the only way to lose weight is to burn more calories than you're taking in, to create a calorie deficit. However, don't get me wrong in saying this about calories. Some people hear that and they're like, oh gosh, I have to count calories. Jaclyn wants me to, obsess over food. I don't want you to obsess over food. I want you to have a good relationship with food, because if you obsess over it and you create anxiety around food, it doesn't matter what weight you lose, you're going to gain that weight back because you just can't maintain that high level of stress about food. So when I say you have to have a calorie deficit, that's literally like science. Like, in order to lose weight, in order for fat to leave your body, it happens by burning more calories, by walking, by exercising, or not taking in as many calories as you used to. But you don't need to count calories to do it. Lots of people are successful in losing weight by not counting calories, but still creating that calorie deficit. And I'm going to show you a couple things about potato chips, how to have them in your life without overdoing it. So we get so used to eating foods like these that are covered in salt and covered in oil and they're delicious. We get so used to overeating them. When do we eat potato chips? Well, if we're at a party and there's chips and dip, it's so easy to go up and fill your plate up with chips and dip. And, we're not having like 2 chips. When we're eating chips and dip at a party, I hope we can see that. Sorry guys, our tiny apartment here. Yeah, when we're eating chips and dip, right? Like it's like this. And then we have like other chips and dip, and we have other, our plate is covered with things that are delicious, mayonnaise based, all of those things, right? It's not just 2 chips. So it's not the carbs that's the issue. It's the overeating food, the abundance of processed foods, how easy it is to overeat them. The other time we eat chips, right? Come home from work, I'm really tired, I'm stressed out, we don't know what we're eating for dinner. Let me grab the first thing that I can grab to eat that doesn't take any thoughts. What is it? It's probably something like chips or crackers, something delicious like that, a candy bar, all of those things. And we're like, oh, it's the carbs. Okay, Do you eat what's on the label that is the serving size, or do you sit and you like mindlessly eat and shovel into your mouth because you're so tired and you don't have anything planned and you're just like, I don't know what to do, I'm hungry, I need to cure this hunger. And then we feel like crap. And then we gain weight because we're overeating calories, a calorie surplus. And then we think, okay, I need to lose this weight. It's those dang carbs that made me gain this weight. I need to cut those out. But it's not the carbs, it's the overeating. It's the overeating because we're stressed and we don't know what to eat. It's the overeating because we mindless eat in front of the TV. It's the overeating because we had a crappy day at work and we're like, you know what's gonna make me feel better? If I stop at McDonald's and I get French fries, that'll make me feel better, which is what I did. Every day I had a crappy day at work, I kept single dollars in my car so that I could stop at the McDonald's before I got onto the highway to head back to the north side. And I gained 30 pounds doing that, coming home, eating cookie dough because it's easy to just eat raw cookie dough. It takes a little bit more effort to make fried Oreos. Sure, we'll do it. It's delicious. So let me start blaming the carbs for the issue instead of the behaviors that I had around these types of food. How easy it is. No, if you're going to make fried Oreos, you're not having one, you're having 7. If you buy Girl Scout cookies, you're not having 2, which is the serving size. You're eating a whole sleeve of Thin Mints, right? So easy to do. They're so delicious. But we don't need to blame those foods, or we don't need to cut those foods out. We kind of have to take responsibility for how we're going to have those foods in our lives, and we can do it. It doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. You might try this out and completely eat an entire bag of potato chips and think, Jaclyn, you're wrong. Like, I can't do this. Like, maybe other people can do moderation, but I can't do it. But here's the thing, is that when you're practicing something, and you're practicing something like moderation, which doesn't really have any rules, and I'm going to give you some rules that work for me, but it doesn't really have any rules. It's not a diet. You're going to mess up. Like, you're going to mess up. You're going to fail. That's life. Learning from that, messing up, feeling like crap. I felt like crap that time I ate the 7 fried Oreos. Maybe this time I'm going to practice having 1 Oreo. You might eat the 7 again, but again, you practice it over and over and over again. And this is going to help you for life, and you're not going to be one of the people that cuts a food group out, loses weight, adds that food group back in because they miss it and then they gain the weight back, which is what happens over and over and over and over again. 90% of people that lose weight gain it back and gain more because we have this mentality of like this all or nothing, this extreme eating. Either I'm going to eat really, really crappy or I'm going to eat really, really healthy. But there's never this in-between, this non-sexy gray area of in-between where I eat really healthy foods and I have snacks every once in a while, but I don't feed my feelings. So I'm going to show you today how to have potato chips without going overboard. You're not going to feel like crap after having these, and it's going to help you. All right, so first thing I want to show you is what an actual serving of potato chips looks like. This is the surprising part because we're so used to eating out of the bag. So that's my rule. Anytime I have something that is highly palatable, something that is covered in oil and salt and it's delicious, or it's sugar or whatever, I look at what the serving size is. My rule for myself is if I'm upset about something, I don't turn to food because I know it's going to make things better. Because now I'm going to be upset about that thing I was upset about, and then I'm going to be upset at myself for turning to food and feeling like crap. So it's taken lots of practice. Didn't happen overnight. I'm only eating these foods because I want to eat them, and I think, this will be delicious, or this will go with that thing I'm eating, or, I'm at a party and I want to have a reasonable portion. I don't want to feel like crap after I leave the party. So let's look at what a serving size is. So again, we usually just eat out of the bag, right? Watching TV, probably consume half the bag. We're going to look at this. So it's on there. Woo! It is 22 chips. Now, there's no way to count out what 22 chips are. They're, some are big, some are small. So what I'm going to show you is using a food scale. Again, you don't have to do this. I'm showing this to you as an example of how to see this stuff in your life. And I hope, I think my thing, my tea. All right, I think my plate is showing. All right. So this is a food scale. So I'm going to show you what 28 grams looks like, and that is 160 calories. Let me get that reset. Okay. So, and a little bit more. That is right there. Oh, that's a little bit more. This is 160 calories right here. That's a serving. That's not a lot. That is not a lot of chips. I know I can eat a whole bag of these. If you are someone that loves carbs, you love potato chips, you probably eat way more than this. And so again, it's not the chips that's the problem, it's the overeating it because it's so salty and delicious. So again, and I want to show you, this is what 100 calories of a potato looks like. It's going to take you more time to eat a potato. You have to chew it. There's water involved. There's fiber. This is like, I don't know, we can down this in like 2 seconds. So again, it's not the carbs, it's the overeating it. So if you wanted to have this, you could do that. It's 160 calories. And then I want to show you if you were going to have it with dip. If we were eating dip, we probably would just pour this in here, have no idea how much we were eating. What I want you to do, and you don't have to count the calories, but actually get a tablespoon. Anytime you eat something that is a little bit indulgent, just measure it out and see what it actually looks like. You don't have to do this for the rest of your life. Ideally, you'll get used to what portion sizes look like, and you can eyeball it for yourself in the future. But this is what, and this is a mistake that people make. This is way more. It's actually a level tablespoon. And so it's not a lot. But this is why, you know, we gain weight. We don't even realize what we're eating. That's 40 calories right there. Double, I mean, I would probably, if I was eating this out the bag, like triple, quadruple this, you know, and not even realize that I just consumed 1,000 calories. And then again, blame the carbs, but it wasn't the carbs, it was just the overeating it. So if I were gonna come home and I needed something quick to eat, and you know, we have potato chips, dinner's not ready, we're not gonna eat for a little bit, and I really wanted potato chips, have them. Have the potato chips, but maybe have, you know, half of this portion, but pair it with having, you know, some carrots, something that has water, something that you're chewing. This slows you down. Anytime you add plants to the mix, the chewing slows you down, the water is good, it helps fill you up, the fiber expands in your belly, and you know, it's just good. Or you might have some hard-boiled eggs. So this is, you know, really easy. And so instead of having mindless chips and not ever feeling full, if we added this to, you know, it was like my Lunchables, if we added this, quick and easy snack. Took no prep. You have to boil the eggs ahead of time. Sure, you can do that on Sunday, or you can do that on any day. It takes 10 minutes to boil eggs, but this is gonna slow you down and you're not gonna be mindless eating from the bag. So let's go over that. So number one, anytime you were eating something that is super delicious, like chips or cookies, you were gonna pull it out of the container it came into, actually see what that serving size looks like, slow yourself down. Do not, I repeat, do not demonize this food and act like you're doing something bad, because the more we act like something is bad and like, ooh, like I'm doing something shameful, the more we want to do it. The more we deprive, the more we want to do that thing that we're depriving. The more we want to do that like naughty thing, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm being so sinful. Don't talk about food in that sinful way. Just talk about like, oh my gosh, it's delicious. I love potato chips. I never get to have these. Delicious. The other thing I want to talk about is sometimes people are like, oh look, I got these lentil chips. They're so healthy. They're made from beans. Or I got veggie straws. Just because it's healthy doesn't mean you can overeat it. So again, 20 of these chips is 120 calories. So you're going to get to eat a little bit more. But if you don't like the taste of these and you're not enjoying eating them, don't buy them. These are not making you any healthier. Eating veggie straws does not make you any healthier than eating potato chips. You like potato chips, work on the portion control. Don't punish yourself eating veggie straws. If you like veggie straws, awesome. Go for it. But yeah, so those are my tips for eating junk food. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to share it. Tag a friend who keeps demonizing carbs and keeps saying, I gotta go on this restrictive diet. I have to do this, you know, the holidays, summer is coming up, I gotta go do this restrictive diet. You can lose weight, like losing weight, there's nothing wrong with it, but do it in a healthy way that you can actually sustain, because you don't wanna be a part of that group that loses the weight and gains it all back. And if you are one of those people that has lost the weight and you have gained it all back, just know that that's not the end. So I love thinking about anything that we've gone through that's been a struggle, using that as your strength. If you lost weight, gained it back, all of those things that have happened to you have only made you stronger. You have to think about it that way. You have to learn from those things that you've messed up, and those will make you stronger, and you'll be able to accomplish other things in life. And it seems cheesy, but it's like you have to start talking to yourself in a positive way like that and start seeing everything that has ever happened in your teens, in your 20s, and your 30s as things that are a part of your hero story and are going to make you stronger, and they're going to help the people around you. So learn from your things that'll help you. It'll help the women in your lives, the girls in your lives, the little babies in your life. If you're a teacher, if you're a mom, working on your relationship with food will help the other people around you. All right, guys, I hope you have an awesome night. I will be back with some more junk food tips soon. Bye.